I want to dig into the Armenian songs a bit, and if Ray joins us, I expect that he'll want to dig into the Georgian stuff. Why don't y'all pull out Surp Surp? I think you all should be pretty familiar with this at this point. I'm going to play a computer-generated recording on my end. Just be aware that when I conduct this, or when Sagmusergu conducts it, there's a lot of rubato and shaping the tempo. Right now I'm just going to follow what the computer did, but it's going to be a little bit different when we do it live. So let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll play this and conduct along with it and mouth the words. And we've got it recording now, so we should be good to go. Okay, ready? Actually, I'll just play. I'll play a little bit so you got the pitches, and then we'll do it for real. Are the pitches? I'll slow it down here. Break. Break. And just remember, everybody, at measure 13, the basses carry through, everybody else takes a break. So basses don't get confused when the other folks break, and vice versa. Any questions there? Yes, David.
Did you also say break at the end of the next measure?
Indeed, it's not marked in the score, but I will signal a break at that. Osana Ibarzun, like so, okay? Anything else? Good. All right, so I think that will be fine. Let me close this out. All right. Next one, we're going to take a look at Christos Pataragial. How many basses and baritones do we have on the call today? Or folks who are singing? Okay, so we got a couple. Good.
Yeah, I'm singing baritone too.
Perfect. Okay. What I want to do is the tenors are mostly singing in parallel, and the basses and baritones are mostly singing in parallel. So what we're going to do, I prepared a couple of recordings. One that emphasizes the tenors, the other emphasizes the basses, and we'll go with the tenors first, and baritones and basses, you listen and pay attention to what the tenors are doing, and vice versa. So we're going to start with the tenors. Let me share my screen again. Okay, and then when I conduct this, the first bass piece lick will be quarters. Onya es asvats. And then I'll go into two. Christos pataragiad. So it's just sort of flowing halves pretty much throughout until the very end when it slows down again. So tenors, get ready, sing along, mute and sing along as we go here. And there we go. The end will be much slower than that. Um, and that last first tenors, the grace notes in the last beat are on the beat. Oh, Ray is joining us. Excellent. So like, like so. Any questions, tenors? Were you able to sing along okay with that? Good. All right, let's now do the basses and baritones.
Louis,
Yes.
is there any trick to understanding the number of beats per measure throughout this piece?
It is it's chant. So
Uh-huh.
but let's go through it. So it's conducting halves. So we've got a 3-2 and then a 4-2, The Alleluias, those are almost all 3/2s. Alleluia. And then 4/2, 5/2. The only exception, let's see, let's keep going. At the bottom of page 3, what he's done, so like at measure, starting measure 13, Ornetek es ter ierkins alleluia. So that's actually an odd measure where they set the bar line. It looks like it's right before the but really it feels like the the bar begins on the le, and then it's 3/2 bar, and it does that again at measure 18. But I think what you'll find is if you feel it in halves, you got less beats to worry about, so it'll be easier to manage. So
Thank
why
you.
don't you listen along? Now we're going to do baritones and basses. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. Mute. Basses, were you able to follow along okay with that? It'll certainly be easier when we're all in place together.
There were a couple of measures that were difficult, but mostly it was pretty straightforward.
Good, good. It's really a matter of sort of getting the feel of the flow of the thing. So now I'll play again with all the parts, and we'll give it a run.
Make sure everyone's muted.
Please, yeah, everyone check your mute. Ray should mute. I'm muting Ray. Okay, let's go. There we are. So, we'll be singing this with Sagamos Sergu in Armenia. We don't know yet if they're going to conduct it or if I'm going to conduct it or we're both going to conduct one or the other. To just be ready for, I think we're both got the basic tempo in mind, so I don't expect there'll be much difference between what we just did now and what we'll do there. Any other questions? Good. Okay, let's now go to Yerevan Bagamarel, which should be pretty familiar to everybody. And let me share screen again. I'll just play a little bit of the tempo so you can get the feel of it. It's in 3/8. 1. And that's basically it, straight through, except at this point where the fermata is, take a bit of a retard there and then just keep going. And then at the very end, there will be a bit of a break before we start the second verse. So play the pitches here. Okay, ready. This is going to be louder. Retard. Okay, any questions with that? Yes, Ray.
I apologize if you've already covered this, but where are we taking breaths?
Okay, let's
Like at all the commas or
yeah,
not?
so let's Yerevan Bagamarel. You can take a quick catch breath after Bagamarel, but notice that the baritones are moving there. So you don't want to stomp on their moving phrase. And then neni maman, nemi maman, nemi maman, comma. And then same thing. And then we're at the period, at Nemi Maman on the top of 10. After Nemi Manan, that's a good, let's all take a breath there, okay? And then we'll take a breath at the fermata 8th rest. And then let's see if we can do Boyed Mernem Sariachit Sironati Sarimaral Jeman Achjik all in one breath, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll work. Let's actually let's do it. Yes, David.
Sounded like in the recording they were saying Erevan.
Which recording are you referring to?
I don't remember, one of the ones that was one of the YouTube videos that was.
Yeah, so the first letter of Yerevan, that is sometimes pronounced as an e, sometimes pronounced as a ye. So usually it's pronounced Yerevan. I mean, that's what we know of the name of the city, but yeah, so you might have heard it slightly different elsewhere.
I'm just wondering, I'm
go
just
ahead.
wondering if the yeah is Russified.
Actually not. In old Armenian it was yeah all the time, but in modern colloquial Erevan it tends to be shorted. In fact, that first phrase Yerevan Bagem, that word M is really yem, but it's been shortened to M because it's the middle of a phrase, okay? Yes, Tom, did you have a question? No, okay. Let's run it one more time. One, two. So I'll tell you what, guys, I will give you enough time at measure 11, 12, where is it, 11, 12, 13, 14 at that fermata. Give you a chance to do a big breath there so that you got plenty of gas to get to the end of the page. Okay? Good. Now let's take a look at Gorani next. So a couple notes about this. I want you to observe the rests clearly. So where there's a quarter rest, give it a break, a quarter rest break. Where there's an eighth note, an eighth rest, then what we'll do there, for example, the second measure, dash kasen, so that dotted eighth, close the N on the dot, and then break. So it'll be like Zen masho dash kusen man ubed ger. So I want definitely those last the rest of the end to clear, because that's where the tambourine is going to be. And also, when we do this, we will do this with percussion. We were kind of stumbling on the 5/4 sometimes in early rehearsals, but I think it'll be much easier when we're actually doing it with percussion. I actually have a tambourine here, so I'm going to play along as we go through this. The other thing, don't let the repeats confuse you. So these are all 8-bar phrases. 1 8-bar phrase, 8-bar, 8-bar phrase. It just so happens that Gorani, Gorani, Yaram, Gorani, you repeat that, and so I put a repeat there, but it's still an 8-bar phrase. So there's nothing complicated about the roadmap here. I would like all the tenors to learn the first phrase up to letter A, and then the last phrase learn the whole thing. But we're likely going to have a small group sing through letter A, and then the rest of the tenors and the baritones will join at that point. We'll finalize that when we're all together. So this is, and the tempo not too fast. Okay, so now let me get my tambourine out. So I think you'll find that with the percussion, it's a lot easier to follow along. Okay, so let's start it. So the pitches. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we'll make sure that the tambourine player is very much on target, keeps us going. But I think with the tambourine and the drum, it'll just move along and it'll be fine. Any questions? Well, why don't we run it through one more time then? Okay, any questions with that one? Let me close that off. And now hoi nazan im. And there's a lot going on in this, but I want to do an exercise with you guys just to get the feel of the text and the dynamic. Your musical line, it repeats again and again, so I'm sure that you'll be fine with that. So it's really just a matter of getting the text and the dynamic to get comfortable with that. So for what we're gonna, actually, somebody put something in the chat. Let's see what it was. Oh, it's okay, Fiona. We're recording it, so no problem. So what I'd like everyone to do with me is to say the first tenor line in rhythm. So actually, let me pull up the recording so just so you get a feeling in your head of what this sounds like. And where is it? Yes. So this is the tempo. We're going to do it a little bit slower than that. So you're gonna be muted, of course, but I want you to, we're all going to say in rhythm the first tenor line. Why the first tenor line? Because the first tenors have all the words. The other parts, they drop a word here and there. But if you've got that first tenor line, that first tenor lyrics in your mind, I think it will be easy to follow. And that way we can focus on getting the dynamics right. So again, the way the first tenor line would go is hoi nazan im nazanim, jan nazim im nazanim, like so. So let's, I'm going to say it in rhythm, and you guys just follow along with me and see if it feels, it starts to get familiar to you. And then before, just a reminder, there are a couple places starting at like at measure 3 where it repeats. The first time we do it mezzo forte, the second time is kind of an echo of the first time. And we do that a couple of times. The exception is at measure 22, where the first time it is soft, and then the second time it is loud and energetic and builds to the end. So, ready everybody? Here we go. Hoi nazan im nazanim, jan nazan im nazanim. Hoi nazan im nazanim, jan nazan im nazanim. Nazan dubarov, yekar kanat sarerov, yekar chochot zorerov, yekar Nazan dubarov, yekar kanat sarerov, yekar chochot zorerov, yekar kanan sirun tazikes. All right, let me stop there. So the soloist will be singing loudly. We will be the tenor 2 and bass will be softer, of course, to support the solo, and then everyone comes up again at where we're all singing coro. So, for example, measure 6 would be like the second tenor line. Let me give myself an A here, hang on. So it'll so the second tenor is to be like Garnan sirun tsagikes. So it's a little odd with the text underlay, but the point is we don't want to overpower the soloist when the solo is coming on top of us. So let's see. We're picking up. We're going to again recite this. Start at letter A. 3, 4. Gar nansi runta zikes. Hoi nazan im nazanim. Ins hamar ahunikes. Jan nazan im nazanim. Il kiskvero petitur. Hoi nazan im nazanim. Nach Schuntef Titernikes, Jan Nazan im Nazanim, Yarjan Dubarov, Yekar Kanach Sarerov, Yekar Hohor Zorerov, Yekar, Yarjan Dubarov, Yekar Kanach Sarerov, Yekar Hohor Zorerov, Yekar. Hoi nazan im nazanim, Jan nazan im nazanim, Hoi nazan im nazanim, Jan nazan im nazanim, Nazan dubarov, Yekar kanach sarerov, Yekar hohor zorerov, Yekar. Nazan dubarov, Yekar kanach sarerov, Yekar hohor zorerov, Yekar sarezore yekatzek, Hoi nazan im nazanim, im yari jam ben batzek, yan jan nazan im nazanim, im yari ziv kozikes, Hoi nazan im nazanim, a kanjarek imatzek, jan nazan im nazanim, Yajan dubarov, Yekar kana sarerov, Yekar hohor zorerov, Yekar. Yajan dubarov, Yekar kana sarerov, Yekar hohor zorerov, Yekar. And it'll end abruptly like that. Okay, so that's how the first tenors
That was really useful.
are going.
That was
And then
really
others you have slightly different rhythm and slightly, you drop some words, but that's the feeling going through. Any questions? Any comments?
You're dropping, Louis, the 16ths as you're singing, and I think you're doing this to help emphasize the rhythm. It's almost like the 16ths sound like grace notes. Hoi naz im nazanim.
Oi, nazan.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's not hoi naham.
I was speaking it. I wasn't singing
Right.
it, and so that's
Okay.
so that's what you're hearing. But yes, Hoi nazanim nazanim jan nazim nazanim. I mean that in the right
Yes, okay,
octave,
good.
of course. Yeah, and then and of course the basses and the second tenors have a slightly different rhythm. But I just wanted to give you a feel for kind of how it all fits together. And so now let me play along with it, and you can sing your own part, and hopefully it'll make more sense. Okay, so here's the pitches. 4. we have it.
Louis, is that the tempo you're planning to do it in concert?
I will do it a little slower than that.
Okay.
That's the tempo of the recording, but what I'm going to do in the concert is what we did before, more like. So it's a notch or two slower than that.
All right.
It doesn't need to feel like it's
Tongue
galloping
twister.
horses out of control.
All right,
Okay.
thanks.
All right. We've done all the Armenian stuff. That's great. Ray, in our remaining time, is there any Georgian stuff that you would like to have a look at?
Well, I think it depends on what people would like to work on. I was assuming, maybe we should look at Odoia and Lile.
Those are always popular ones to rehearse. Yeah.
But what is the group? Are there particular things that anybody wants to look at, or is it better just to kind of try and run through it?
You got the right ones, Ray.
Yeah. Okay. Any views as to, is there anything in particular that we want to look at before we run it? Okay, so let's just try it then. Let's start with actually let's do Lile first.
Do Lile first. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
And I've got a recording. Of course, it's in tempered scale, but it'll be close enough, I think. All right, let me share my screen again. Okay, so here's the initial solo. It was like so. Okay. All right, let's run it.
Sorry. Just for this, even for this exercise,
Go for it.
who's gonna be choir one? Just raise your hand if you're going to be choir one. Okay, and choir two. Okay, I will sing choir two. Okay, as long as we have three of us, and that should be okay.
All right, I'm not going to sing because it's playing the soundtrack.
Oh,
and if I
yes,
sing
okay.
over it, then
Yeah,
might
okay.
mess things up.
Okay, sorry, let me mute myself.
Ready? Okay, let's go. Ray, does that tempo feel right to you?
Yeah, it's a little bit slow.
I thought it's a little bit slow.
Yeah, a
but
little bit
just
slow,
for
but
rehearsal purposes, that's okay.
yeah, but it's I guess the main thing I just wanted to, did anybody have any questions about where the changeover is from choir 1 to choir 2? Okay, John Mark, do you still have a question?
Maybe you just review it because
Yes.
I'm looking through the score and I'm trying to figure out which is the last note of choir 1 and the first note of choir 2.
Okay, were you choir 1
I
this
have
time?
choir 1. No, this time I was choir 2, but in my
Okay.
notes, myself indicated as choir 1.
Okay, so the last note of choir 1 is the first beat of measure 14,
Which is that B natural?
that B natural, that's right.
Okay.
And that is also the first note of choir 2,
Oh, okay.
that
And is
that first beat. So that first beat is both choirs singing.
and this pattern of when a note overlap is uh, consistent through the rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's pretty common in these almost any of the Georgian 2 choir songs. There will very often be that overlap there.
So Ray, one thing we may have to do, tune this when we're all together, but like at measure 28 and measure 14, or measure 13, you've got the chorus 1 has got a fermata, so chorus 2 is going to need to know where they start, especially second tenors that start a beat ahead. So
Right. Well,
it's
so
worth
it's
doing.
only that second tenor that starts a beat ahead is a solo.
Okay. So that
So
and he'll
so
do
that's
what he does, and then
exactly. And whoever does that will will signal to the rest, when he's moving to the next beat. And I think it'll be I think it'll be clear.
I'm sure it'll be. I just wanted to talk through it, make sure we understand what to
But
expect.
it's not.
Okay.
It won't be squarely in tempo.
Right.
So that's the thing. And so whoever is doing that will again, either go yee woo,
Mm-hmm.
and move into the next into the next measure,
Mm-hmm.
in a way that's clear to everybody.
You guys, would you like to run that once more, or move on?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it again. Oh, okay. We had a little disagreement. Yeah, it's pretty repetitive. I think maybe we should move on to Odoia.
Let's move on.
It's-
Okay, that's fine. All right, so we'll
okay.
let that one go away.
So for Odoia, I would say that the main thing is it's very difficult to do this without being in the same room.
Sure.
But I was quite encouraged by what we were able to do in DC, even though it was quite brief. So the main thing is just being comfortable with whatever the soloist does when we come in. So there are certain things that I will kind of wave my hand in terms of when we come in after a solo, and I think it'll be clear.
Okay.
And if everybody has been well, hopefully people have had time to sing along with that particular version, the last version that was put up in the Google Drive. That's the closest to what we're doing. So Louis, what you'll go ahead and
Let's play it, and
yeah.
then we'll see if I have any questions. Okay, so here's the initial pitch.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oops,
Ready?
just a minute.
Ray, yeah, you have to mute yourself, Ray. of course, the real tempo will be faster than that computer generated tempo at the end.
Actually, can we can you play that particular recording?
The real recording. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let me,
And then
give me-
let's try and sing along with that with with your chart in front of you.
Ray,
Uh,
is it the MP3 that was posted on April 5th? April 5th?
It's the most recent one. It's the
April,
one that
April
says
12th, yeah.
that has a long title, and it says Samagrello in the title.
Okay.
Okay, give me a sec to queue it up. Hang on a
Yeah,
sec.
great.
There's only one MP4 that's posted.
Yeah, it's not it should be an MP3, I think.
They're the same thing. I mean, one is Mac and one is.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's a different encoding format. But anyway, let's pull it. Give me a sec. I'll be there in just a
Okay.
moment.
Can I ask a question while you're doing that, or wait
Do
till
it.
later?
Go
yes.
ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
In J, section J,
Yes.
measure 79, we've got 2 quarter notes. And it sounds to me like measure 81 should also be 2 quarter notes.
Yes. Oh, and the bass. Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, and it's not really clear, but you do have 2 quarter notes.
Oh, I see. The stems up for
This-
Coro 1 is 2 quarter notes.
That's right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's just the way you grokked it, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so it's the Rustavi choir version?
No, it's not the Rustavi version.
Bassiani.
No, it's not the Bassiani. There's a third one.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
It's not a YouTube recording. It's an
Right.
MP4A.
Yeah, it's only an
I
audio
see it
recording.
now. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, I'm just gonna play it. I'm not.
Yeah.
Since there's no point in screen sharing. Oh no! Wait a minute. You want no?
No, it's okay.
You
Everybody
want-
should
you
look
want-
at their own chart
Look at your own chart
and follow along. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
So you can see there are some discrepancies there, especially in, I guess, in sort of section H and I. But it's really just, we're doing some slightly different variants than they do, and so maybe we do, we do a couple more rounds of that different variants, but you can see it's still the spirit is exactly the same. It's just we're doing two choirs there,
And that it's very helpful, and especially the way they do it, the Odoia, that doesn't come across on the chart. So
right.
Ray,
Yes,
at section J, were they saying different words and we're sticking with Hododoi? Like I heard like
that's
a
right.
hey
Yes,
something or other.
No, they go hevdoi wado, and
Okay.
we're just going hododoi, right? So,
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. And
Rich,
Yeah.
a couple people have hands raised. Richard, you first.
To confirm, with music updates, letter I, it's now tutti no repeat. There was an old
Correct.
version that was coro.
That's correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
Tutti no repeat at letter I.
Yeah. So it'll go, from F, it'll go choir 1 does 1 round, then choir 2 does 1 round, then H, they each do 1 round, but they both repeat the same thing. And then I is everybody together, the one that decelerates. And then as far as aside from the fact that they're singing slightly different syllables at J, that acceleration, I think, is about what we'll want to do, maybe a little bit more. There was something else I wanted to. So I think we really want to kind of emphasize the overlap between choir 1 and choir 2 in J. So it sort of goes whoomp, 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 whoomp. So those overlap notes almost don't have to be pitched, but because to me it sounds like a steam engine starting up, right? It just woof, 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 and then so so I think that that's really the feeling that we want to convey. Any
Very
other
good.
questions or comments? But I think really that's the thing to do is to sing along with that version.
Yep.
Because I like that version, and that's the one I would like to emulate.
Very good.
And still, if anybody wants to do any of those little solo bits, especially I would say there's 1, 11, 12, 13, 14. At 15, there's just a 1 measure solo. And then there's another one at 16, 17, 8, 19. There's another 1 measure solo. But those, they just have to be really declamatory. So I know there are lots of people in this group who would do a beautiful job on that. So, and it should not be, it's good to have different people doing those different little bits, those 1 measure bits. So,
Ray,
yes.
what was the name of the recording that you like to use for study?
It's the one that it's got a longer title, and it has Samegrello in the file name.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Who is it?
I think it's
an
Georgica.
M4A file.
Okay. I think it's Georgica. I think it's the one that you sent me, David. And that's the one that I remember listening to when we learned it.
Okay, well, we're at the end of the hour. This is the last Zoom session that we're having. Now we will get together live again. It'll be so exciting. So everybody, I hope your trip goes well. I hope not too many of you are flying through Newark with all the radar outages there. But let's all hope that we get together all safely and see you all the afternoon of the 21st. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Louis.
Thanks.
I see y'all soon.
See you soon.
Thank you.